If you feel like no matter what you do, you're stuck battling cravings, struggling with weight loss, or constantly thinking about food, well, there's a reason for that. And it's not just about willpower. The food industry wants you to stay addicted. They've spent decades perfecting a perfect combination of sugar, fat, salts, processed ingredients to keep you feeling hooked so that you keep buying, you keep eating, and you keep coming back for more. And the worst part of this, they hide it in foods that seem healthy. So today, I'm going to expose exactly how the food industry tricks you into eating more, how this keeps you in fat storage mode, and most importantly, how to break free without feeling deprived. Hey there, I'm Dr. Anna. I'm a medical doctor and nutrition professional, and I help people with diabetes take control of their health without super extreme diets or unnecessary measures. I work with my patients on this issue every single day, and I've really seen why a lot of people struggle. And let me tell you, this is one of the biggest reasons people feel out of control when it comes to food. And most people think that food addiction is just about sugar craving or a lack of discipline. But what if I told you that your food is engineered to make you overeat it? This isn't an accident, it's a billion-dollar industry. And they're doing it because they're in the game of business to make a profit. They do have the right to do so. What gets left behind is thinking about your health. Now, here's how they do it. They take three things our brains are wired to crave: sugar, fat, and salt. And they process them into foods that give you an instant hit of pleasure and a feeling of being rewarded. But unfortunately, your body's never fully satisfied from this. Have you ever noticed how you can eat an entire bag of chips and still feel hungry? Or how you take one bite of ice cream and suddenly can't stop until it's all gone? Well, that's because these foods hijack your brain's reward system. They trigger things like dopamine to be released, which is the pleasure chemical. And it's kind of like a drug. I'm not over exaggerating. There's research talking about this stuff, and most of us have experienced it. Now, once you feel hooked, you're going to keep coming back for more. We are animals at the end of the day. That's how our neuroscience works. But often the food industry doesn't just stop there. They start to hide sugar in places you'd never expect it to be, things that don't even taste sweet, and even in places where you feel like you're making a healthy choice. But if you actually start reading ingredient lists, you're going to see sneaky sugar inside of so many different products. And it's ultimately going to keep you kind of trapped in a cycle. Now, I had a patient who switched from drinking a lot of soda to healthy fruit juice. And she told me, I bought the fruit juicer and it's so much better. And I could see that she was trying to put in a lot of effort to making healthier choices. But when we sat and had a conversation about sugar in the body, it was very disheartening for her to hear that ultimately she was just switching from one form of sugar to another. And believe me, that's just the beginning. Now, even if you're somebody who's avoiding obvious sugar, these healthy foods might still be keeping you stuck unknowingly. Things like, for example, flavored yogurt. Now, yogurt is obviously a great source of protein and calcium in our diet, and I encourage my patients to eat this if they can tolerate dairy. But the problem with flavored yogurt is that by trying to be healthy, unfortunately, you don't realize that you might be consuming as much sugar as is in like a candy bar. Even if it's organic or low fat, it might contain 20 plus grams of sugar per serving. Now, if you're following the recommended dietary intakes, we want to max out our sugar for the day at about 50 grams for the whole day. So you can start to appreciate how one little yogurt cup can put you very high on your sugar intake. So what would you do instead? Well, an easy solution could be choose a plain yogurt, like a Greek yogurt. It's going to be very high in protein. There's no added sugar. There's just a little bit of naturally occurring sugar in there from the lactose. You can always add cinnamon, vanilla, berries for flavor, or even put in your own sugar that you can control the amount. Here's another classic culprit, is store-bought granola and boxed cereals. Now, often these have labels on the front like heart healthy, whole grains, or made with whole grains, but some of these literally have as much sugar as a cookie or donut. Even if it says high fiber, they could still be full of sugar. Here's what you can do instead. You could, if you have time, make your own granola. Choose a granola that's unsweetened and just add in some nuts, seeds, coconut flakes, etc. You also could just cook down some of these whole grains as your breakfast cereal. Things like oatmeal with a little bit of chopped nuts and seeds, a little bit of berries, very healthy and balanced. Now, how about things like salad dressings or sauces? This is the classic one that gets a lot of people because these are not foods that taste sweet. And it's usually shocking to realize how much sugar can be in these salty or savory items. So, things like a balsamic vinaigrette, a barbecue sauce, some types of ketchup can be loaded with added sugar and things like high fructose corn syrup. So, if you're trying to eliminate extra sugar in your diet, but you like these things, here's what you can do instead. You could make your own dressing. Olive oil, vinegar, mustard, a little bit of mayo, some fresh or dried herbs. It's going to be so packed with flavor and it cuts out most of the added sugar. Then what about things like protein bars and meal replacement shakes? Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm a busy doctor. When I'm in the hospital, I don't always have time to sit and eat a balanced meal. I don't have a lot of time. I too opt for some of these items, especially when I am short on time and I need to get in some calories with protein quickly. Now, not every brand is the same when it comes to these things. Some protein bars have more sugar than others, sometimes even more than a candy bar. Plus, they're often adding artificial sweeteners and things that will ultimately spike your cravings. And what I've seen more and more is to try to combat the amount of added sugar, a lot of companies are adding those 0-calorie sweeteners. Now, that's totally fine once in a while, but I'm cautious to recommend that people should just be eating these things every day. I'm not personally confident that all of these added chemicals are ultimately good for us. So here's what you could do instead. You can read these and look for those tricky added sugars, and then try to find a bar or a protein shake that has less than 5 grams of added sugar within one serving. Instead, you can always eat some whole form nuts, seeds, fruits, a piece of cheese instead. And then what about fruit juices? So this is a classic area where a lot of people feel like they're being as healthy as possible, but even if it's made from 100% real fruit, what are you really giving yourself? You're giving yourself straight liquid sugar with no fiber in there to balance it out. That is the main difference between having something like a smoothie or even at least the whole piece of fruit. You're still going to have a lot of the fiber in there with smoothies and the most with the whole fruit. When you juice, you're removing that fiber out. You might still have 50 plus grams of sugar in that glass of juice. And that's like more than a soda sometimes. Even if you're choosing something that's a low sugar version of a juice or what have you, you have to be careful at the total quantity that you're consuming. So here's what you can do instead. I always recommend that if people can eat the fruits in the whole form, it's going to be the best thing for their blood sugar balance and their metabolism. If you want to make a smoothie, which I do for myself all the time, go ahead and do that. There are ways to add back in extra fiber with things like chia seeds to balance out the blending down of the fiber, but ultimately it's still going to be better than a juice. So I think juice can be like a nice treat every now and then, but I don't recommend it as a health food. Then let's talk about some other items that also are tricky. We don't always think about having sugar in there. Breads and wraps. Now, even if it's whole wheat, gluten-free, there can still be added sugar in there, and there often is. Here's what to do instead. Look for 100% whole or sprouted grain bread with ideally less than 2 to 3 grams of added sugar per slice. This way, you're eliminating how much added sugar goes into your body from a product that's already a carbohydrate, which ultimately in your body is going to get broken down into sugar. Then let's move on to some canned soups or tomato sauces. This is a classic sneaky place where sugar is hiding. A lot of canned goods sneak sugar in to enhance the flavor, especially in tomato-based products. Now, newsflash, a tomato technically is a fruit, but a lot of us think of it like a vegetable. Nevertheless, it is a carbohydrate, so it's going to get broken down into sugar anyway. So if there's added sugar on top of it, well, now you got sugar on sugar. So here's what to do instead. Try your very best to find jarred or canned tomato sauce or soups that have little to no added sugar in them. Just read the ingredient lists. It'll likely tell you if there's sugar in there. What about nut butters, things like peanut butter? Now, peanut butter and almond butter, I think, are some of the easiest health tools to have in your house, in your cupboard. They're available. They give you healthy fat. They give you a little bit of protein. If you want to eat whole form peanuts and almonds, even better, you're going to maximize the amount of fiber. But the nut butters often have added sugars to improve taste, even if it's a natural labeled item. Now, especially the no-stir types are often going to have hydrogenated oils and added sugars in there. So just pay attention and read those ingredient lists. What you can do instead is choose 100% nut butter, with the only ingredients being nuts, whichever type it is, and maybe some salt. Now, I have no affiliation with any company. I have no sponsorships on my YouTube channel, but my personal favorite brand that I've been buying since I was in high school is the Smucker's Natural Peanut Butter. It comes in a glass jar. You can usually find it in most grocery stores, and it tastes amazing, and the only ingredients are peanuts and salt. I love it. So that's just my personal preference. Now, what about other drinks? Flavored coffees and teas. This is a classic place we end up eating added sugar in our diet. Those fancy coffee shop lattes, whipped up toppings, all of those fun things. There's tons of sugar in there. It's like having a dessert, especially when we're adding both the syrups and the creamers and the sugar packets. So what to do instead is you can always ask to have half sugar or no sugar, and then control the amount you put into your tea or coffee yourself. Then what about frozen and packaged diet foods? Now there's going to be so many low-fat, healthy, frozen meals that are often replacing fat with extra sugar to keep the flavor in the food. So you have to be aware when you're buying a low-fat product, you need to be aware if there's extra sugar added in to try to balance out the loss of flavor from less fat with more sugar. So instead, you can always choose meals that are already balanced with healthy fats, protein, and fiber to keep you full longer. And that is where I like to teach my perfect meal formula. If you've watched other YouTube videos of mine, you're going to realize that this is my dietary approach that I've kind of crafted together. And here's how you can learn more about it. I have a link in the description below this video to a free PDF breaking down the perfect meal formula. Now, you have to know that the food industry knows that hidden sugar is going to keep you coming back for more. It is part of the way we can trick our brain into wanting something again and again. And unfortunately, it's usually keeping your body in fat storage mode. Now, every time you eat hidden sugar, your body releases insulin to combat the increased sugar in your bloodstream to bring it back down. Because our body wants to control the amount of sugar in the bloodstream at all times, since too high blood sugar for too long is damaging. Now, here's what most people don't realize, though. High insulin will lock your body into fat storage mode. And that's why a lot of people say, I'm eating less, but I'm still working out. Why am I still gaining weight? If you have prediabetes or diabetes, you might be stuck in this fat storage mode. Every time you eat something loaded with hidden sugar, especially, your body's going to respond by increasing the amount of insulin it produces to combat that sugar intake. So it's really not just about your weight here. These hidden sugars are keeping your energy low, your cravings super high, and your blood sugar unstable. So what's the solution? You don't have to quit sugar completely. I am not a proponent of being very extreme in anything we do with our health. But what you do need to learn is how to spot and replace those hidden sugars, like a lot of the items we talked about in this video. That is the only way you're going to get your body to function optimally. Here's what you can do. For any item you pick up in the grocery store, I encourage you to start reading the food labels. Don't just look at the nutrition facts, numbers, and the grams. Look at the ingredient list. That is where you're really going to know if the product has added sugar or not. If it has more than like 5 to 6 grams of added sugar per serving, be cautious. This is probably not an item you want to be eating every single day. Look for code words like syrup, nectar, sugar, fruit concentrate, etc. Sugar can come in many forms, and there's many words that mean sugar on an ingredient list. So it does require a little bit of self-education. Swap out those high sugary foods for some smart alternatives. Things like we've talked about in this video. Instead of those flavored yogurt cups, choose plain Greek yogurt and add some cinnamon in yourself or some real berries. Instead of going for fruit juice, eat the whole fruit with fiber, or at least go for a smoothie. Instead of processed breakfast cereals that come in boxes, Try eating something else for breakfast. Could be cooked down oats, eggs with a piece of toast, a little bit of veggie scramble in there, even a protein smoothie. Building balanced meals is really going to be the number one thing to help you prevent cravings and to decrease your overall sugar intake. Because when you're craving things more, your body is going to drive you towards choosing those very sugary items. Again, it's part of the neuroscience loop. Instead, if you build balanced meals rooted in protein, fiber, and healthy fats, what I like to call the healthy trifecta, you're going to make everything easier for yourself. This is the exact framework that I'm teaching my patients and all my viewers on YouTube. It is the foundation of what I like to call the perfect meal formula. And most people really just don't realize how much sugar they're intaking. There's so much hidden sugar in so many products. It really comes down to starting to educate yourself, reading those ingredient lists. And then once you swap out the sneaky sugars, your body's going to start finally working with you. Your energy is going to feel so much more stable and it's going to go up. Your cravings will start to diminish. Your blood sugar will be stable throughout your day. And if you need a simple roadmap to start, don't worry. I have a free copy for you of my PDF of the perfect meal formula. It's there to make it really easy for you for how you can start applying healthy, balanced meal making right away. And if this video is helpful for you, please subscribe to this channel. I'd love to have you coming back for more. And I have so much good stuff coming your way. You don't want to miss out on any of my new offerings. And for more information about how you can learn about diabetes and sugar management, don't forget to check out all the rest of my videos on this YouTube channel. You're going to love that content. I'll see you in there.